Ben.
Action.
This movie is about a small town in Iowa that gets infected by a really bad disease and makes everyone in the town go crazy.
How long has he been playing statue?
A couple hours now. The same look Rory gave me.
It's about safe everyday environments being turned into not so safe environments.
Anyone in town could be infected with this disease and you don't know it.
Would you mind taking a look at Bill? Sure, what's wrong? I don't know, he's just not right.
She worries too much. I'm fine.
You got any plans this weekend?
She worries too much. I'm fine.
There's a bunch of different things to be afraid of throughout this whole film.
The idea of taking these people who are incredibly close to you, who are your closest, dearest friends and relatives, and suddenly turning them into homicidal maniacs.
I think that's what's so cool about this movie is that you don't know what the disease is going to cause people to do. You know, the high school principal goes after the kids, he actually deep down really hates them, and everybody's inner demons come out.
What's Dad doing?
There's a scene where I'm being chased by 3 hunters and I'm hiding in a freezer. I was terrified. It's titillating, it's exciting, and you know, when you're in those heightened states, you really feel like you're having an experience.
We're in trouble.
Is he dead?
It's the idea of something that is intrinsically safe becoming unsafe.
David, there's somebody outside.
It's true, gut-wrenching, primal emotion that the movie plays on, and I think people really respond to that.
I don't think you can ask for more from a movie other than that you have like an intense experience and that you remember it.
I think people are going to walk out of the theater still talking about it.
These things are scary, and they're coming.
I read the script and realized that there was something interesting in the movie. And the original Scott Kozar draft, which was good, but it went slightly in a different direction than I would have taken the movie. So over the course of the next year or two, actually, we completely redeveloped the movie in a different direction. Scott's initial draft had a lot of military in it. Like the original movie, it was told from the point of view of the people in the town and the military itself. There was a little more action than horror. What we did in the development of the movie is go more towards the horror, more towards the people in the town.
What I like about it was it took a microcosm of a really idyllic, small farming community that has everything going for it, and then starts to tear it apart from the inside out. What we really took a lot of time doing was making sure we knew the people that became the crazies. I think it can hit it home, you know, with people, you know, threats of terrorism and what you think you don't know who your neighbor is, and people opening gunfire and, you know, killing neighbors. And so I think that has that kind of built-in fear to it.
I love the title. I couldn't get enough of the title. Days after I read it, I kept thinking, crazies. I don't know, sounds cool. Sounds like something I want to see. The crazies.
I'm just really excited to work with Breck. I think he's a really cool up-and-coming filmmaker.
He knows what people want and what they need, and he can express it in a kind of really fun, hip way.
It's interesting, some days we'll use storyboards and shot lists, and other days he'll be tailoring stuff to what we're doing.
Breck, I think, has really elevated the material. We had a great script to work with originally, and the original core idea was a good core idea. But he's really looked to make this a very classy piece.
I remember he and I thinking, we have a really great script. We were so excited. We're like, look at that. And I remember after the first day of shooting, he called me and left me the nicest message about the day and enjoying working with me and all that. And I remember telling him, it's like, well, this is the fun part now.
The first character we started with casting was David Dutton. For me, the one guy I always wanted was Tim Oliphant. You make all these lists with all the executives, and Tim was always at the top of the list. We sent it to Tim, and he responded to the script. It's pretty rare and lucky that the guy you want, who's on the top of your list, is the guy who wants to do the movie.
I've worked with Tim before. I absolutely adore him. I think he's such a sweet guy and an absolute professional.
The way he brings the film together, I think he's an invaluable asset.
So we're gonna go there, and you got it from there, right?
We got incredibly lucky with all the people that we really wanted. We started with Radha. When she's scared and when she's emoting and fighting for her life and desperately trying to survive, she brings this like raw emotion to the role, which is really exciting.
She can scream like nobody's business. Here's what you do on movie sets. When there's gonna be gunfire, everybody gets the little earplugs. And now, they also do it when Rada screams.
Joe Anderson was an actor that I was not extremely familiar with. I'd seen some of his work. He auditioned pretty early. And as soon as he finished the audition, I knew that this was the guy.
I've said this to Joe, I've always thought it's the best role in the movie, because he gets to go from being just a regular guy to one of our guys that we really know who becomes a crazy. And so he has this really great arc that he goes through and a couple moral decisions to make along the way.
Welcome to Pierce County, friendliest place on earth, asshole.
Danielle Panabaker is this great young new actress. This woman just was there to play every day.
It was actually a very small role, and it was almost a throwaway role. We did some miscellaneous casting and read a lot of people, and then Danielle's name was thrown out to us, and the minute we hired her, we realized we had to elevate the role because of how good she is.
You meet actors sometimes and you can see that actors really have to work to get that performance, and some people can just do it. And she's definitely one of those that you just go, wow, where did that come from?
I saw someone.
One of the things that I loved about this movie is it takes place in the heartland of America, in middle America. It is these vast open spaces, these wheat fields and cornfields that go on for miles and miles, these endless plateaus of nothingness.
I literally scouted 5 states on the ground, and we had scouts in 2 or 3 others because we were looking for the big, wide open farmland.
We looked in Canada, we looked in Texas, Kansas, California. We looked all over the place where it was most affordable to shoot and where the landscapes are right. We ended up settling in Georgia and in Iowa. The idea was to try and avoid really bad weather. So we're avoiding the desperately hot summers in Georgia and the desperately cold winters in Iowa. And that was one of the challenges for sure, was this crazy weather. We're in Iowa, in Tornado Alley, right around the beginning of the tornado season, and we got lucky. There were no tornadoes that took us away.
We're 1,000 miles from civilization here. We're really in the center of the heartland. I mean, you bring 170 people to a place where there are only 70 hotel rooms.
It's good to be in the South. Everyone's very sweet, and you eat lots of peach cobbler, and they take great care of you. And here in the Midwest, everyone's so friendly and helpful. I mean, I got my car stuck in the mud, and I could have easily just walked over to the nearest farm, and I know someone could have helped me. It's been quite interesting coming out to these locations and really having nothing else to do but shoot the movie. It's kept us all very focused. I mean, there's been a few bars and a few nights out, but generally we've all been like focused on the crazies.
One of the climax set pieces of this movie is this truck stop, quick fills that they have to get to. We needed full control of the truck stop. We needed every inch of it to be able to do stunts and effects and fire and pyrotechnics. All truck stops are open 24 hours. They have contracts, they have to be open and available to all these trucking companies 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We're driving around Georgia, truck stop after truck stop. No one will even let us come in and scout. And we get lost and we're doing a U-turn. I look over to the right and there's an abandoned truck stop. And so we randomly walked in. The owner happened to be there, and through a bunch of negotiations, we were able to shoot at this famous old truck stop. Sometimes the film gods are with you and you find things like that.
When I first read the script, it seemed like a very small contained script, and it's actually quite big. I mean, we have a lot of visual effects. It's been pretty ongoing. Every day we're either having some kind of big stunt, and we're rolling cars or setting fire to things or torching bodies or makeup effects, and so it's sort of nonstop, actually. There's a lot going on in this movie.
Andrew Menzies was the production designer, and the biggest thing for Andrew to do was the transformation of the school into this holding pen for all the civilians of Ogden Marsh once the government came in and had to round everybody up. So Andrew was charged with creating a containment zone that felt both filmic and dynamic and scary and exciting, but at the same time was believable that a government could set this up overnight. So we referenced hazmat teams and different hazmat groups. We also met with the CDC and talked to the CDC about what the process is for pulling together a containment zone.
In essence, it is a warning, I suppose. Now, today, if you have a virus that is going to go from the water to bodies to airborne within 4 days, I don't know of any other way of dealing with it. So really, on an absolutely truthful level, this is a major, major possibility.
I can see students sitting in coffee shops all over the country after seeing this picture and going, well, what about it? What if? And it has that kind of lasting value.
The thing about The Crazies that I most respond to, and that I hope the audience does as well, is the journey that the characters go through. It starts from the first minute of the movie. I want the audience to really be desperately connected with this couple's journey and their desire and passion for them to escape, and that as an audience we've gone on this journey, we've fallen in love with these two characters, and we're desperate for them to survive, and that we're with the journey. I also hope the audience really comes away with the excitement and the scare of the movie itself. I mean, it is a visceral, active ride and a scary one, and I hope that they really respond to that.